Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is the evening mobility reset. We're going to go through some slow flows tonight, try to reset the body in the middle of the week, let everything come on down, and just go through some nice, easy movements to reset ourselves. Hope everyone's having a good week. We're going to start off on our feet. I've got a mat laid out here. If you have a yoga mat or a blanket or just some open, soft surface to stand on, we're going to get down the floor a little bit later. But right now we're going to start on our feet. Nice and easy. We're going to go with some slow cross crawls. Let's get the body moving here. Crunching slightly through the torso. Bring the knees and elbows as close together as you can get them. And just breathe nice and easy through this. Do a few more on each side. All right, shake the arms out. Get the blood flowing just a little bit here before we start going through some more pointed movements. Do some nice gentle arm swings out to the sides, nice and wide, and then hug yourself nice and deep. We're gonna go a few times here, loosen up the shoulder joints, get our spine ready to move a little bit. And all the while we're going through these movements, I want you to think about your breathing. I want you to think about nice, gentle breaths, complete inhales and exhales, and shake those arms out, shake the legs out a little bit. We're going to keep going with the shoulders. We're going to go right arm, big arm circles, forward toward the computer screen. Try to relax that opposite side. We're going big, slow circles here. All right, we'll go left arm, big, slow circles forward. While we do this, I want you to try to remember to relax your neck. Don't shrug, don't push real hard here. If you've got a bad shoulder like I do, one tip you can do is to bend that elbow. And I'm still taking my shoulder through that motion, but I've reduced the length of the lever on my arm, take some of the pressure out of that shoulder joint. Go back to my right side. We're going to do reverse circles now, going toward the back of the room. All right, shake that right arm out. Left side, reverse. Everyone has their nice steady breathing. Shake both the arms out. Next, we're going to work on our neck a little bit here. So I'm going to splay out my fingers, like you see them there, and reach toward the floor. The reason we reach to the floor is we don't want to let these shoulders creep up. It's going to ruin our stretch for us. So reaching toward the floor, I'm just going to do a nice easy look over my left shoulder, a little head check if we're driving the car. Swing all the way around to the right. Over to the left, and then back to the right. We're going to go through each side about 3 more times. Don't push real hard here. Take it to your comfortable range of motion. Our goal is just to take our body through its natural range of motion, whatever that may be, whatever that may look like for you, and work through these joints. Let's go one more time all the way to the left, one more time to the right. Shake the arms out. We're going to keep working our neck here. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I do. Got my left hand. I'm going to grab the wrist with my right and gently pull the left side to the right. So I'm holding my left wrist, and you see my right arm's got this little chicken wing thing going on. We're going to intensify that stretch on the left side by taking my right ear toward my right shoulder. Feel a neck stretch, a trap stretch. My voice gets a little funny because I'm stretching through the neck there. In this position, without shrugging the shoulders again, take my eyes and look up toward the ceiling. And we're going to hold here for about 10 seconds or so. Take a few deep breaths, about 3 nice big breaths, deep inhales and complete exhales. I want to stay in this position, keep that stretch, and I'm going to roll my eyes and my face down toward the floor, looking at my toes. We're gonna hold on to this left side. What we're gonna do is we're gonna all the way up and all the way down, nice and gently, 3 times up and 3 times down. And the whole time, I want you to focus on keeping that right ear pinned as close as you can, without pain, of course, toward that right shoulder. Let's go down, up, and back down one more time. Bring your head back to that neutral position. Shake the arms out. Quick breath before we switch to the right side. So again, grabbing my right wrist this time with the left, pull it over. Make it a little deeper on one side over the other. That's okay. Got my chicken wing on the left side. And now I'm going to take my left ear to my left shoulder. And we're going to hold in this position, get a stretch. You may feel this stretch down along the outside of the shoulder. You may feel it in your neck. You may feel it in the back of your head, down underneath your ear. Lots of muscles in the neck. They get tight when we look at screens. Maybe we did a big workout earlier in the day. We're breathing heavy. Those neck muscles assist with breathing. A lot of uses for those things that we don't really think about. Let's go ahead and look up toward the ceiling. We're going to hold this stretch for a few big breaths. Let's roll the head, the chin, the eyes all down toward the floor. If the shoulder or the arm that's being, let a little pressure out with that left side. All right, 3 times rolling to the ceiling and then back down to the floor. Nice controlled movement here, nothing herky-jerky. We're not going through these real fast. Okay, going through a slow, complete range of motion. All right, let the arms out, shake them out. We're gonna work a little bit on our wrists. So, got my palms facing you guys. I'm gonna roll my fingers down toward the floor, working the forearms, the upper arm, the shoulder joints. Again, your range of motion might look different than mine. That's okay. Roll those fingers all the way up and all the way down. All right, fingers are pointed at you now. I'm gonna go side to side with the wrists here. So my thumbs are pointed to the ceiling. I'm just working the wrists through a complete range of motion. I'm going to make opposite circles. So again, fingers splayed out, nice and stretched here. And we're doing circles. My right hand is going clockwise. The left is counterclockwise, rolling the palms around. Let's change directions here. Nice, steady range of motion. May feel like your forearms are maybe burn a little bit like you're working them. That's okay. We're taking those wrists through ranges of motion that we just don't get a lot of throughout the day. Shake the arms out. We're going to start working through our torso now. I'm going to spread my feet out a little bit further than hips width. I want you to imagine that you got your steering wheel on your car. And I'm going to take my neck over that left side. Try to keep those arms in front, neck over the right side. We go left and right a couple more times. Finish off the neck before working down the spine. Shake the arms out. I'm going to keep my wide stance here. And take my right hand, and I'm reaching high over the head. And I'm intensifying that stretch all along the right rib cage, big back muscles, my left elbow going down toward my left hip. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to our neutral position. Shake the arms out. Here we go, right hand. This time the right elbow is going to the hip, left arm overhead. And really dig into that left side stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to that neutral position. All right. Let's slide over to one side of my mat. We're going to start our leg series while we're still on our feet. I am starting with my left leg over toward the side. I'm going to take a big side step lunge to the right, sink as low as I can. Get that butt down. Feel that ankle stretch happening there on the right side. Try to keep your chest up. Slow and easy. Push yourself back to a standing position. Do that a couple more times. Big step out. Sink down nice and low. I feel some tension in the right thigh here. Ankle stretch as you creep forward and push on back. Let's go one more time with the right side. Out nice and far. Sink down, my chest is up. Easy breathing. And push back in. Shake the limbs out as we switch to the other side. Now I'm on the right edge of my mat. Taking a big step to the left. Slowly sink into that lunge. Feel that ankle stretch. And nice and easy, push over to the side. Another big step. Drop it down. Push back in. One more time on the left. In addition to stretching the ankle here, also getting a nice stretch on the inner thigh on that straight leg. And push the butt back. Shake them out. We're going to start working down toward the floor. I'm going to turn sideways. So I'm standing at the edge of my mat. It is spread out in front of me. Take a big inhale. Exhale down. Collapse over top of the toes. And we're going to hang out here for about 3 seconds. And sway side to side a little bit. Shake the arms out a little bit. And I'm going to walk on out into a nice tall plank position. From here, drop the chest and press up into upward facing dog. Nice deep stretch here. Come on back to neutral. Go to downward facing dog. We're going to stretch the calves. You can see I'm lowering my heels one at a time. Nice and slow. Intensify that stretch just a little bit. Back of the legs, the calves. You may feel this in the hamstrings. Do a couple more times here. Coming back to that neutral position. Creep my toes up to my hands as far as I can. Stand all the way up. Big breath. Exhale the arms down. Shake them on out. Now the other side of my mat. And turn around. Take a little time here. Shake the arms. Give us a big breath. Collapse down. Hang for 3 to 5 seconds. Stretch the hamstrings and the low back. Let's walk it out to our tall plank position and into upward dog. Nice big breath. Back to neutral plank. Press into downward dog. And we'll stretch the calves while we're here. About 2 more on each side. Let's come back to our neutral plank position. This time I'm going to use my hands and walk my body toward my feet. Let's give an inhale as I come up. Exhale down. Shake the arms out. We're now going to begin our series on the mat. So I'm going to go down to the floor. Start off in a half kneeling position. I'm going to put my right leg forward first. We're going to take care of our hip flexors. Got my right knee at 90 degrees, left knee at 90 degrees. Gently rock forward into that hip flexor and backward. Keep the torso upright. We're stretching the front of the hip. One more time forward. So I'm going to turn my body to face the camera here. If you're at home and you're in this position, you may kick the leg over to the side. Now in this side bend, I want to keep my torso facing you guys to bend out into this 90-degree angle with the hip. All right, we're going to switch legs. So left leg forward. I'm facing you guys, forward and backward rocking. Again, big key here, keep the torso neutral. What we don't want to have is this big backward lean where I'm talking to the ceiling. Keep our body upright, gently rocking forward and backward into that right hip flexor. Let's bring the left leg over to the side 90 degrees, torso facing the camera, facing forward, and gentle rocking into the side. All right, let that left leg relax just a bit there. Shake the arms out. Next, we're gonna work what we call 6-point rocking. So we're gonna take care of our knees, our hips, our shoulders, and our wrists, all with the same move here. So I'm gonna move back on my mat just a bit, drop my butt down onto my heels. My chest and my head are up facing the wall in front of me. I'm gonna stretch my hands out just a bit. Now, important here for this to be effective, we don't want to collapse down. You see my thoracic spine there rounding down. We don't want to collapse down and lose this stretch. Keep everything upright. I'm going to rock my body forward into the hands and then drop back butt toward the heels again, keeping my head and my chest up the whole time. Now, if you can take your knees apart just a little more, separate the knees, get a little wider with the hips, you're gonna find you can intensify the stretch. Now, a big thing here, don't go any wider if it causes you pain. We wanna stay out of that pain zone and make sure we can still get a nice range of motion here, stay in control, and most importantly, stay pain-free. Let's go 3 more times, all the way back and forward for 1, 2, and 3. All right. Shake the arms out. Let that breathing come down. We're gonna do a few more down here for our hips. We're gonna go into what we call a 90-90 position. So I'm gonna put my right leg in front of me. See, got the right leg forward, 90-degree bend with my right knee. Got my left leg behind me, a 90-degree bend on that left knee. What we don't wanna have here are the legs curled in like that. Let's get some depth on that back leg. You do here. Right hand goes next to the right knee, left hand on my ankle. I'm gonna try and put my belly button on my thigh. Bending all the way down, coming back up. You're gonna feel a stretch in your low back. You're gonna feel it in your right hip. You may feel it in your right hamstring a little bit. The depth is gonna be up to you. Again, go down through that comfortable range. As we do these, you may find it's easier to get deeper and deeper. And if we have our breathing nice and controlled, you're gonna really find some good stretches here. Down toward the thigh, all the way up nice and tall, and flex on down. All right, let's switch sides. This time, left leg in front, right leg behind, left hand next to the left knee, right hand on the left ankle. I start off tall. Again, we don't want to slouch down in the beginning of this stretch. We're gonna lose what we want to gain here. Chest is nice and tall. Big inhale. As I exhale, belly button comes toward the thigh. And just remember, as you come up, get tall. Reach your head toward the ceiling. Get nice and tall between repetitions here. Let's go one more time on the left side. Very nice job. Come out of that position. I'm going to keep my left leg bent there. Do a little bit of a butterfly stretch. So the bottoms of my feet are coming together. I'm going to creep them in toward my body a bit. I'm going to put my hands right around my toes. Nice tall chest. Again, we're not collapsing down. Tall chest. I'm just gently trying to extend my knees. Does not going to look like they move a lot. We start here, push the knees gently toward the floor. And what we can do is a gentle flutter. Gentle flutter here. Try and intensify the stretch a little bit. Keep the chest up tall. One more big breath. And release out of that stretch. All right, let's go down into our child's pose. Coming up along the finish here. Nice and relaxed. Drop that butt back to the heels. Slowly walk the hands forward, collapse down. Some nice deep breathing down here. Gently creep those fingers forward. Try to get a little further stretch. You can feel this in these big back muscles. Maybe you'll feel it in your armpit a little bit. Take my hands, walk over to the right. Bring that left side way over to the right side and then intensify that stretch on the left to get a little deeper into those back muscles. Coming back to that center position. Hang out for one breath. Exhale, take the hands over to the left side. Inhale, bring it back to the center. One more big breath. Slowly come on back up. All right. And shake the arms out a little bit. Stand up as you need to. Shake the legs out. I hope you're all relaxed and reset. I know I feel great. Much more mobile, relaxed, ready for some rest. We've got this nice midweek reset, and we're ready to get after the rest of the week. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing everyone Friday morning for some high intensity exercise. Have a great night.